and let the one who has no sword sell his cloak and buy one.
Today we're going to go over drawing the tucked in shirt from the appendix carry. Now my gun's here, I've got it tucked in. I have, the only thing you can really see is the two belt clips right here. So I've got these two belt clips, and I like tucking mine in, and I like this little flap. This little flap will help your draw. With it tucked in, a few things you need to keep in mind. Make sure your gun's unloaded. I've cleared my gun, my chamber's empty, my magazine's empty. Make sure you do the same while you're practicing at home. If you're on the range, of course, you're going to want it loaded because you're going to get that shot. But I suggest initial practice, just do it at home with an unloaded gun. I suggest getting a laser cartridge for your firearm and getting this app called Shot Verifier. You can put a target on the wall, you can hook your phone up with that app, and then it will track your shots. And with the shots tracked, it also gives you a time. Do not try speed. That is not the way we want to practice. We want to practice correctly, and then smooth and speed will come with time. Don't try to be instructor zero out the gate. Instructor zero is fast. I know a lot of the guys that come through here are watching him. Oh, but he can do this, he can do that. Yes, he can. He's practiced a lot though. I'm not saying you can't get that fast, but I guarantee you when he first started practicing, he practiced fundamentals. He practiced smooth, slow, correct. Then it all got fast with time. We all have to start somewhere, and if you're just now starting, this is where you can start. Now this is the tucked in shirt, two-handed. A couple things with this, while you're practicing, if you go down to reach, I like the flap so I've got something to grab onto. So I just flap my shirt kind of over my belt all the way around if I tuck my shirt in. So I've got my shirt tucked in, I've got my little flap to grab. If you go to grab your flap, don't stop if you miss. If you stop during practice on a miss, you're going to stop in real world situations. So if I go down and I say, oh, I missed, let me start over. No. If you miss, grab and then pull up. That way in a real world situation, you've trained your brain and your muscles to go for that grab and not to stop during that grab. Now, how do we do this? Slow, smooth, and correctly. So I'm going to go to grab. I'm going to yank up and over. See how I've got it up and over? It's behind my grip right here. I mean, now it's barely on a tucked in shirt. It's going to barely clear your grip, but I've got it up and over. It's cleared. I've got it tight right through here. Now I can draw past, and I can either punch out or I can drop down. So I can punch out or I can drop down and shoot. Either one that needs to happen. Now let's tuck that shirt back in and we're going to try it again. I will show you this way one more time. That way we can practice it. I tuck it down in and then I kind of pull my little flap up. And I know if you're tucking in a nice button-up shirt or something, that you're going to take a little more time tucking it in, and it'll look a little bit better than mine probably does right now. Alright, so we're going to do it again. Again, if you miss, go back. Don't stop. If you miss, keep trying until you grab it. Alright, so I don't think I got it tucked all the way in. Alright, there we go. Now, we're going to go again. We're going to go up, over, draw, out. Or, it doesn't matter. From here, I can go wherever I need to go. I've already cleared the shirt. I don't want any snags. Make sure you get that shirt nice and tight around, so when you come up, you want to do this. You don't want to just try to flap it up. You're trying to get in. I've got here. It can do this, get that thing tight, get it past that shirt. Now you punch out or come down, whichever one you need to do. But make sure that this shirt right here is nice and tight. We don't want any snags. I see a lot of guys practicing and they're doing a lot of crazy stuff. This is why I say go slow and correctly, because they'll get so fast and that shirt starts grabbing and they start getting frustrated. The slower you go, the more correct you practice, the less frustrated you're going to get and the faster you'll get quicker in the long run. Okay, one-handed. One-handed's a little more complicated. Why are we doing one-handed? Arm's been shot, arm's been stabbed. I broke it a few days before, now I've got to defend myself. Whatever the reason is, this arm is unavailable. So with this arm unavailable, it's a little bit harder. We're going to have to actually tuck this shirt in behind your grip. So we're going to go up and we're going to go over. Again, practicing this slow and correctly, and everything else will build up in the end. So I'm going to go up, I'm going to go tight and down. So it's going to look up, tight. I'm literally tucking it behind the grip of my gun. Now I can come up with my gun. I don't have to worry about it grabbing onto anything, and that's what we want. We don't want to have to adapt and overcome to any kind of situation that I've created. I already have to adapt and overcome to the attack situation because you can't prepare for every single type of attack. With those attacks, you're going to have to adapt and overcome at any rate. I don't want to create an environment that I have to adapt and overcome to because I made it. I don't want that environment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up. Again, if you miss, keep going. Grab it, up and over, behind. This will get slow, this will get smoother as you do it. Behind it, now I can draw it. I highly suggest going behind that gun. Going behind the grip of the gun. If you don't, you're going to run into so many more problems trying to draw the gun. It's not going to be funny, and when an attack happens, it's not going to be good. Alright, one more time. Speed will come with time. I'm not here to show you how fast I am at all this stuff, how fast I can do it. It doesn't matter how fast I can do it. It matters how you can get proficient at it. Because slower sometimes beats speed. Now I do say with your laser cartridge app, you need to be around the 2.5 seconds with dry firing your gun and putting it on target with that laser cartridge. But the appendix carry is pretty easy to do that even one-handed. Most of you, if you practice enough, you can do that. Alright, so we're going to do this one more time. We're going to do the one-handed draw. We're going to go up and over and behind, just like this. Grab, and now we can go forward. That's what there is to it, and it takes practice. I have to practice this a good bit. Honestly, I don't tuck in my shirts for the most part. Most of my shirts are untucked, so I don't really practice this a whole lot. I practice it with the untucked shirt, doing the same thing, just not a tucked in shirt. But if you're going to tuck in your shirt, you need to practice this. I suggest practicing this daily, 5 minutes a day, every single day until you get to 2.5 seconds on target with that laser cartridge in your house. Of course, this is dry firing, guns clear, laser cartridge, no ammo. And once you get 7 days straight of 2.5 seconds on your cold start, meaning the first shot of the day, then go to 3 days a week. Once you get that, maintain that 3 days a week, 5 minutes a day, just take some time. First thing waking up, just go for it. Or the last thing before you go to bed, just go for it. You get that out of your way and you'll keep the proficiency up, and if you are ever attacked, you'll be able to grab and you'll be able to go forward even if you don't have access to your other hand. Guys, I hope this helps in your training. I hope you're able to get proficient enough using these techniques and this information. And make sure that when you practice slow and correctly. Smooth and fast will come eventually. And make sure you mess up during a training session. If you do, if you miss your shirt, go back for it. Don't stop. Keep going for that shirt until you grab it, because if you stop in training, you will stop in real life. You've trained your brain and your muscles to stop. Do not train to stop. Train to keep going for it. And then, if a real life situation happens, you'll be able to defend yourself. I'm Spencer, Small Arms Instructor here at Defense Training. As always, prepare for the worst, pray for peace, stay safe, stay armed. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. Thanks.